Amazing! That was a first look at Marvel Contest of Champions gameplay with a very special member of the Fantastic Four. The first time anyone is getting to play that on a live stream. So, exciting! Hey everyone, I'm Ryan, aka Agent M.
And I'm Lorraine Sink. Hey!
Yeah. And we are very excited to kick off our Fantastic Four World's Greatest Week event.
Yeah, we're going to start gaming very soon, but first I've got to tell you, this is going to be a really amazing week. We're celebrating the history and legacy of Marvel's first family, plus releasing some very exciting things to come every day between now and January 16th.
And to get it all started, we're here with you live for the next 2 hours to give you an all-encompassing first look at how the Fantastic Four will be joining some of your favorite Marvel games. We have characters who have never been playable before, the introduction of one of the most important Marvel supervillain, and so much more.
And we're going to have so much fun here, and we want you guys to join us. Send us your questions and comments using the hashtag Fantastic4Week on Twitter and in the comment section of Facebook and YouTube. If you want us to try out a character or to give some pro tips or to try a totally hard raid, we're here and we're going to try it out for you.
Yeah, all right. So everyone here at Marvel headquarters totally geeking out to play our first game. There's an actual line of Marvelites forming off camera, and they're right to be excited because, you know, we're playing for the first time anywhere live The Thing in Marvel Contest of Champions.
And we're not just playing The Thing. Oh, no. We're going to deep dive into the game character, which players face off in competitions. We're going to teach you some important tips to help you win and talk about all the things important history as Marvel's first family with editor-in-chief C.B. Cebulski.
I know that guy.
Yeah.
But before all that, let's see The Thing in action. Please, cue it up. I want to play this again. But I feel like, Lorraine, we've made our friends here at HQ wait long enough to take their shot. Joining us now is Marvel Games' own Tim Hernandez, who leads all mobile game work we do here at Marvel, and our own Earth's Mightiest Show co-host, Langston Belton, who is just seeing The Thing playable for the first time. Guys, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having us. I'm having a good time.
You're
crushing it.
Lanks is already
First
in
time.
it. He's done. Okay. So you haven't played The Thing yet, Langston.
No.
We're going to have you play a game, and while we chat, maybe once he's a few rounds in, we'll have you guys face off, see how that goes. Is that good?
I like it.
Sounds good. Let's
Okay,
do it.
Tim might have an unfair advantage. We'll see.
You're not.
You never know.
While he's doing that, make sure to let us know what you want The Thing to do, who you want to see him go up against, using the hashtag Fantastic4Week. That's very important. We want to hear from you guys. Lorraine's going to be taking them on the Twitter box, but Langston's getting ready in there. This is exciting. This is the first time anybody gets to see The Thing in action.
Yeah.
It looks so good.
He looks fantastic.
Oh.
I mean, I know. You can't help
Here
it.
we go.
Puns
Let's
just
do
roll
it.
off the tongue.
And first off, I do want to call out, The Thing is wearing pants.
He is wearing pants. You know, as much as we love the spandex,
Yeah.
we splurge for him. Let's give him the
splurge,
full-length pants and those boots, too.
Look at these sweet boots.
Look at those. And that belt.
That belt
His
is
head champ, his
so
fantastic championship belt. I love it.
I love it. So we're going to be getting some questions here. Don't forget to hashtag Fantastic4Week if you have any questions. There are so many cool things that The Thing does. First and foremost, as a character, what's his special skill?
He's got amazing special abilities. So he's got 3. Langston is queuing up a couple of them. His first one, Fists of Stone.
Yeah.
Wait, he's
Oh,
going
no.
right to
No,
3.
strike
Oh,
3.
sorry.
It's clobbering time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Look at that. No, all
That
right.
was a
Langston.
Yancey Street meatball.
Now it's a Yankee Street.
The
burrito.
Boulder Burrito.
Yeah. Oh, that was incredible. Poor Gabriel. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
And now that is
Poor
the
Matt
Clobbering Time special.
That is its clobbering time. You went straight to the business, but
Yeah.
you know what? That's fine.
I
because
was, I think Daredevil was overwhelmed by the fact that he's fighting his friend who's made of rocks. Oh, now I'm dizzy. Okay, here we go. So now I
That's
have
all right.
one special. So this is.
This is Fists of Stone.
Oh, very good.
Now this
And
is
look at
good.
that.
We're going to be playing a bunch, and,
Yeah,
and
we'll
we
get
like to heckle each other. We like to play around and give each other a little grief. Now, if you guys who are watching use that hashtag Fantastic 4 Week, and you can let us know how Langston's doing. Be gentle with him. You be gentle with all of us. Be kind, but you can razz us if you like.
Yeah,
Again,
feel free.
it's very.
business.
I'm sweating. It's very stressful.
I love that when the thing wins, he brushes his shoulder off like, not big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so Langston, you had a few moments with the game. You got to do a round. What was your first impression of playing with the thing?
It's so much fun. The thing, it's a lot of fun to throw out Yancey Street beatdowns. It's he's always the animation style is really good. It's these big haymakers and stuff like that. I also love like the blocking. It's just so much fun. Yeah, it's good. Play the thing, please.
Yeah.
Soon.
I mean, the team at Kabam spent so much time. It's a true passion for them to get these characters right, and they've been asking to do the thing for a while. We just try to find the right time to fit it into the roster, and obviously they blew it away.
Yeah, so we saw Langston's first round and learning a little bit about getting used to the character and stuff like that. But a game like this, it's all about timing. It's all about the combos. It's all about making sure you're blocking and you're doing everything the right way. What should we know about the combos and the strategy to really make your character work?
Timing is especially important for the thing. He's got an ability that's based on a thing called rock stacks. So the more you block and the more you perfect block as an opponent is hitting you, you're going to start accumulating those rock stacks. And we'll go into it a little bit more in detail, but he's a tank. So he can take a lot of damage, so don't feel bad as you're blocking those attacks. He's in it for the long game. So you want to make sure that you're putting a defensive stance from the beginning, but building up and accumulating, so at the very end you really can roll them up in a burrito and unleash that It's Clobbering Time special.
Yeah, so for fans who have never seen Marvel Contest of Champions before, there's a lot of stuff happening under thing's health bar. What's all that?
So on the far left is the rock stack counter. You can see- oh!
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, Red Wing, get it.
You got Red Wing.
What the? Oh.
It's okay. You still have plenty of health. So that on the far left, you see that gray circle. That's the rock stack. So you want to get above 15 rock stacks, and then once you have that, unleash your special.
There it is.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
This is my new favorite thing to watch. It's just great.
that is.
Blowing up and look, what's going on? Oh, home run.
And you knocked
That
him out. I don't know. Is this his first time?
I know, right? I think that you guys should actually face off. I think it is time.
All right.
Okay.
He's gonna
I will
give it
exit
to
out
me.
of this.
We're gonna see how it goes.
For viewers at home, Tim works on these games. He's a little bit of a ringer.
Keep it down the top.
We're going to make this
Saying.
a hard bar to clear. And while you're actually setting that up, I do want to ask you, we know the character event for Thing is based on a classic comic title, which is really cool.
Yes, This Man, This Monster.
Yeah.
Classic Lee Kirby storyline. There's definitely, it's an homage to that, but there's also some of the plot points and story elements that, though the story is original, definitely touches on that. So if you're a fan of that series, and of course I encourage you guys to go check it out.
Yeah.
There's some great moments, some special moments.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it. Okay.
Langston, move your butt.
I'm trying to.
Okay.
I got wrapped up
Shall
in
we
the
take
story. I
down
saw Night Thresh and I
Hawkeye?
got
So we're
very
gonna take
excited.
down Hawkeye. All right,
Okay.
you all healed up?
Okay, I'm all healed up.
I got to put you back in.
Got to plug you in.
Here we go.
Gentle touch, gentle touch.
The magic touch.
All healed up. My thing.
There
we
we
go.
go.
Ready to
Okay.
go.
Keep
He's in the
it.
locker.
We're going to be gentle with that loving cord.
Adjust
Ready?
that cord.
Okay, we hit five at the same time.
There you go.
Ready.
See, this is, what's
Wait, we
happening
also
here?
go.
Langston has rigged this entire
okay, I see
system.
what's happening here.
Alright.
You
That Tim,
bring me in, and that.
I got here nice and early and made sure that it totally doesn't. There we go. Wait.
All right.
All right.
You know what?
what?
Yep.
There
Why
we
don't
go.
you go first? Let's.
Yeah, let's-
I'll look at a countdown and see how fast you can get it done.
Okay, so
How
I'm gonna
about
go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
We'll do it one at a time.
Start the
please.
timer on go.
Yep. Go.
Oh, great start. Great
You know what?
start, Langston.
You think you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
do
go
it,
right
Tim?
in.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
let's go.
Oh God, he's gonna.
Okay.
I have it.
Let's see
If
how
I
it goes.
lose this, I have a head start. Oh God, Hawkeye's already doing some damage. All right, Clint, come on. We got a head start, Ben. Don't let me
You've
down.
already got 11 rock stacks. So, you lost.
Oh, my stacks.
Well,
I need
Wow.
Also, can I say kudos on the term rock stacks? It's fun to say. I'm gonna start. It feels like a nice cereal.
That's the beauty
Nobody
of
rocks
Marvel
it.
Games working with all our Marvel Games partners. Everything feels so natural, so real, and so authentic.
Yeah, that's the key to this game. Is just the fluid gameplay. It's built for mobile from the ground up, so it's a fighting game, but it's very simple to control, and it's the action's just really dynamic.
Oh, come on, quick. I'm looking over and seeing like him getting closer. Get over here.
Cool, cool. Thank you for that assist.
Yeah, no problem.
There you go.
Get over here. Yeah.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Got it. This
Okay.
has been a nice
Oh,
little
look.
toss. Langston is finished.
Langston has
Langston
crushed me.
finished.
We're gonna
But he also had an unfair
I did
advantage.
have a. I like the unfair advantage.
we're gonna
because
do
it's
this
slim.
proper.
Yeah.
We're gonna let. All right. Good job, Tim. You had a good warm up.
Yes.
You needed a little
Yes.
warm up.
Clearly, I'm rusty.
That doesn't count.
It's been
No, that doesn't
Oh.
count. Get back out of
No.
there, both of you. Let's start this
All
again.
right. You know what? I'll raise you.
Hila?
Let's take on Luke Cage.
We need a real deal.
Oh, let's do.
Yeah, let's take on Luke Cage and let's make sure you heal your character,
Oh, for
right?
sure, yes.
Tim, can you talk us through how you heal your character?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're going to go in once you pick your opponent. There's a little story there.
Ooh, okay. Here we go. Okay, I see it.
So as you see things, bars halfway, he only has close to 8,000 out of 12,000. So we're going to press the heal button down the lower left there, and let's give him some potions.
Let's go level 4.
big. All right, that'll do
Tasty,
it.
delicious.
So now I'm maxed out again. You good?
Yeah, I'm
Langston?
good. I
You're
had
the
some
same.
delicious mango potion.
Can we get some mango potions for us? Yes, I would love
Delish,
some.
love it.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
All right.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
That was
Perfect.
very
Look at
close.
that. We're-
Tim was.
Cutting the red wire.
This is like pretty good,
here we go.
guys.
Oh, good.
The two titans face off in the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Oh, it's in the middle of the night too, so Stephen Strange is asleep right now, wondering.
Doctor Strange is walking down the
Yeah.
stairs, bathrobe, bunny
No,
over.
he walks out, takes a look, and just turns around, and walks back.
Oh, none of this.
Ben and Luke must have gotten in an argument playing cards again.
Oh,
Okay, here we go. Oh, so I'm noticing some
close.
attacks don't
very close.
don't block. So is there like?
yeah. When you do that rock stack, you want to get it to above 15, and when you do that, the special attacks are unblockable. So
Interesting.
that's what I was saying. The long game is really important to get those
Oh, I
rock
see rock
stacks. up.
stacks. Oh, yeah. So what that?
Oh, and then when you do your special, those rock stacks turn into Fury, and so Fury is going to add more damage to those attacks as you're laying.
Oh,
on.
quickly.
You see what happened?
This
Yeah.
and
Langston was distracting Tim
I
with all
know.
conversation and give me them tips, and Tim is well far behind.
I know. Well, Tim was just like kind of holding them off, doing whatever. Well, Langston was straight up.
it's been
Thank
trimmed.
you.
Oh, here we go. Sweet C. I may have won, but he got to pull off.
I was
the
building
shape
towards the
ball.
burrito. So
I like it.
slow and steady approach.
I feel like
Epic failure.
we've got time. You guys are having a great time. You're doing really well. Let's do best 2 out of 3.
Oh my. Okay.
Let's just keep this
It
going.
feels right.
Yeah, one
Okay.
more match.
The heat comes. So where we go? So who's next? All right. So we have to go.
So we're going to take that portal.
Ooh.
So which path do you want to take?
Ooh. You know what? I'll leave it up to you. I picked the last one. You picked this one.
I mean, we've already seen you guys play a couple of characters. How many characters
Oh, yeah.
are playable in this game?
So there's over 140 characters, and we launch 2 to 3 a month. So it's a constant, steady stream of Marvel goodness.
Okay. So it's either Vulture.
So we got Vulture, we have Corvus. Corvus is the
Glaive
business
is
in this
awesome,
game.
yeah.
Corvus Glaive, I don't Oh, you know what? Let's take him on. Let's
All
go
right.
ahead.
I'll do
You,
that.
I believe in you guys.
Wow.
Lorraine believes in you.
All right. So that was
Hopefully-
Portal A, right?
Yep,
Those
Portal
rocks
A.
are given as
Teleport.
well.
Clearly.
Remember that hashtag is fantastic
Okay, here we
for
go.
week.
Get over here, Mobius.
Don't forget to heal yourself.
Oh, please. Because he has a very large.
Oh,
We
no.
got- we got
Got lost
Jiggly.
again?
It's a very. There's so much power in this game. It's overwhelming. Modern technology. Because
Yeah.
here we go. Here we
Let's do
go.
one of those.
All right.
Let's see how it goes.
There's like the magic.
I know, it's the right combo.
You may have, Langston may have finally enacted his master
I
plan.
got
that's
here
Yeah,
shenanigans.
he
super early.
cut you off.
I got here super
That's
early.
what he was doing at the beginning.
Yeah, you had a good way of doing it before.
All right.
All right.
Okay, well, we're just going to
It was
have
fun.
to...
I know.
Let's play off
that-
camera.
Say-
We're not done.
say-
Oh, wait. Oh, no.
Well, are we back?
Hold it.
All
hold it.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get into the business.
I think so. Yeah, we're gonna
We'll
have,
get into the business.
We're gonna have our own death match after.
We're
this.
just going to say that you guys are both very talented, and that is enough.
Yeah, we're gonna,
That's good enough.
yes,
Yes.
we're gonna have to send you back in line. Bring in a new player. I think I see Mr. Josh Soleil waiting in the wings back there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and while we do that, I want to make sure to thank everybody for watching our live stream. To have us read your comments here, be sure to interact with us on social using the hashtag Fantastic4Week on Twitter or in the comment section on the live stream or wherever you're watching. You already have been sending us some great stuff. So let me take a couple of little comments here. We have, I cannot wait to clobber everyone in Contest of Champions with the Thing. Agreed. We also have a question. Who is your favorite Fantastic Four-week member? Mine is Thing or She-Hulk if replacements are allowed. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Getting into the canon.
Ooh, Sharon Ventura is really cool too.
Yeah.
There's
Thing.
dozens of members of the Fantastic Four over the years.
I mean,
super cool.
Yeah, it's been really fun actually to see who swaps in from the Marvel Universe. So all about it.
Yeah. All right. We're done with social for now. Keep sending them in. But look who's joined us. It's Marvel gaming correspondent Josh Soleil.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, thanks for jumping in.
Josh, gotta ask, what do you think of seeing the Thing so far?
Oh my God. He is unstoppable. He's unbreakable. He's a rock god. He's a tank. He's truly a tank. You feel every punch. He can take a punch and he can dish out 3 more, just even like times 10 damage. Kabam has done an amazing job.
Yeah.
Love it.
Josh, I heard from a little birdie that you actually got to play this game before you got in line. You've been, working your way through this. So why don't you call up an opponent, run us through what you most like about the Thing?
Yeah, absolutely. So what Tim was talking about earlier was rock stacks. Now, rock stacks are huge. In order to make the Thing the strongest he can be, you want to build up those rock stacks. Once you hit 15, your specials are unblockable. You cannot stop him. He is unstoppable, which is insane. On top of that, he gains, let's say special 1, 61% damage on top with every single rock stack. 1 rock stack, 61% damage on top.
Are you writing a game
I
guide
know.
over this?
Right.
This guy.
Like,
Hey, are you
you
looking
be the
for?
one with all the knowledge here.
I know. I'm done here.
So
good.
just that alone, and all the abilities on top of that, bleed is the only thing that can really hurt him because that takes off rock stack.
Looks like you're going up against a guy who might be able to make you bleed.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I'm not even gonna heal. I'm not even gonna heal.
Yeah. So Domino, Blade, Aegon, Black Widow is going to be deadly against
Yes,
the Thing.
absolutely. And Black Widow especially because she doesn't make people bleed, but she has that extra ability.
defensive ability accuracy. So she's going to reduce the Thing's timing and ability to get that rock stack going.
I know that's the thing about this game that it's so easy to forget is that just as much as it's fun to play a character, you might have to then fight that character in another go around.
Yeah,
so it's good to
absolutely.
know their weaknesses.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a great point.
Well, it's insane with 140 characters. There's so many different synergies and bonuses and classes, and it's so insane how much they put thought into this. It's really
So much
awesome.
thought.
Josh, you should have healed. I'm just saying.
I should have healed. I'm getting so excited talking about it.
You should have
I
healed.
should have healed.
Well, that's that's how you have to go
Oh, it's
about it.
Masakte. I thought it was Devil. Yeah.
It's a little bit of hubris on this kid's part. Whatever.
But look
So
at
close.
It's
He's gonna
close.
do it.
Ooh.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Oh!
Yeah!
Make it close.
That was close.
gotta make it
That was
close.
close.
This guy's all about the drama.
All about the stage. It's all
Yeah,
about
that's
stage.
it. He
man.
knows it. He knows it.
Oh man.
Loving it.
Josh, how many hours have you played of Marvel Contest of
Oh
Champions?
man, when it first came out, I can't even count how many hours I put into this game. And it's crazy how many hours I put into this. I'm still not even an expert. You've seen people play this game. They know every single detail, animation, how to dodge with their parry and their dexterities. It's wild, but the great thing about this game is even the basic player can pick this up and be good at it.
Yeah.
We saw Langston. He was great.
Sick bird.
One thing,
Yeah.
I want to make sure we point out that at the beginning of this section we saw Silver Surfer show
Yeah.
up. What kind of impact does Silver Surfer have at this point in the game?
Massive impact. So about a month ago, we teased the Silver Surfer with a 4-year anniversary trailer that Kabam put out for Contest of Champions. It's been 4 years since the game's been out.
Wow.
And so he flew through the history of the Battle Realm, leading us to this point. And when he arrives, he's revealed that there were 12 original champions in the contest, and 4 of them were yet to be revealed.
4.
So guess who those 4 are? Of course, Silver Surfer is bringing back his friends, the Fantastic Four, and he's found Van Gryck, the first of them.
That's cool.
So it's going to be a year-long build-up, revealing those characters and bringing them back to the fold of the Battle Realm.
That's
I
awesome.
love that. Also, can you talk to us a little bit about the Alchemist and the big 7-day event?
Yeah, so there's a daily quest that's starting today. As a matter of fact, I think it
Nice.
just started about an hour ago, where you're going to play for 6 days, and you're going to accrue a bunch of elements and buffs. So you're going to do water, fire, air, darkness, light, and then on the 7th day, you get to face off and use those elements and buffs against Diablo, the ultimate alchemist. And he's tough. He's going to be really a really tough challenge for you. So you definitely want to gather up as many elements as you can, take them in on that 7th day, and crush them, as the thing will do.
Wow. All right. Much better this round.
All right.
Thank you.
Very good. Very good.
Doing good. Okay, well, great job. Tim, I know that you got to head offset for a minute, but you're
going
going to
far.
come back, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, good. Because we're going to have more questions for you in just a minute.
Yeah, we're going to see you again in a little bit, Tim. And in just a second, we're going to be joined by another member of the mighty Marvel family, Marvel Comics Editor-in-Chief, C.B. Cebulski.
Yeah, he'll be sitting down with us to chat all things. So if you got a question or a comment, make sure to shoot them our way with the hashtag Fantastic4Week. We've got some great questions for you guys so far. I'm going to pull them up here on the Twitter just so that I can give them to you here now. Comment, I always love the Human Torch. He's one of my all-time favorite superheroes. We also have any other characters, lots of question marks. We'll ask that of Tim when he comes back. And of course, yes, Ben Grimm looks great in the game. Looking forward to clobbering with my favorite character. Yes, Fantastic4Week. Love it.
Pretty good.
Oh.
All right. But look at who joined
Hey
us.
now, hey.
C.B. Cebulski. Thank you for joining us in this incredible celebration and live stream.
No,
event.
back together again for another Fantastic Four announcement.
You know,
I
it's a
know.
lot of fun.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. So Josh is playing the Thing right now,
Yep.
as you can see right
It's
now
amazing.
on Marvel Contest of Champions. What is it like to get to see Thing getting into a game as a playable character now?
No, it's just wonderful. You know, Thing is one of my favorite characters in the Marvel universe. You know, overall, it's just not just the Fantastic Four. And you know, to see them come back in comics first last year, and now to see them in the game, what the games team has put together with Kabam. I mean, it's just the way that they've taken the comic book artwork from all the different creators, kind of different styles, and kind of made this amazing version that just comes to life. It's mind blowing.
It must be fun for you now, a year into being editor-in-chief at Marvel Comics, and having these synergies that you're talking about, having these opportunities. We sit in the creative retreats, you know, every couple months, and you have the games team, and you have all the Marvel Comics creators, and those ideas flourish.
Yep.
It's amazing.
And you know, that's what's so beautiful about what we're doing now in Marvel as a whole. It's like a good idea can come from anywhere. Just one from our writers, or the creators on the comics, but also from members of the game team, or from people out in animation, or Steve Wacker's going to phone in with something crazy someday. You know, it's a complete shared synergistic environment, just completely geared for the best stories possible for the fans.
I've got a pitch for a Lord Mustache story. that I
Nope.
really want to
I'm
see.
just going to say a solid nope right now.
No?
Nope. We're
Is that not happening?
gonna boot that one out. We're gonna save it
Aw.
for 2020.
Ooh, that's not
That's not far.
year.
That's not far away.
No,
I
there
think
were
she
two
said
more
2020.
I'm sorry, Ryan. You guys, if enough of you tweet, nothing will happen. But there is an amazing variant cover from Marvel Contest of Champions.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about how that all came into fruition?
You know, again, it just speaks to the synergy of what we do. You know, it's just the games team working with Tom Brevoort, you know, came up with the concept. And I don't want to spoil it too much. You know, I think there's be some more news about that coming up soon from Tom is coming up, I think, to
Yes.
speak about it. But, you know, it just goes to the amazing creators that we have and the different styles that they work in. And that cover is just, you know, so special.
Yeah. It's a good time to be a Marvel fan, whether you're games or comics
Yep.
or
And a Fantastic Four fan.
Fantastic Four fan. For those of us, for our fans who are watching, who are maybe coming in because they're so excited about Marvel Contest of Champions, they don't know what's going on in Fantastic Four comics. You want to tell a little bit about what's
Yeah, I
going
don't
on?
want to
there?
give too many spoilers,
Sure.
but you know, after a 3-year absence out in the multiverse, after Secret Wars, the Fantastic Four are now back in the Marvel Universe. You know, Reed, Johnny, Sue, Ben, with the kids are back in New York, living at 4 Yancey Street. What a convenient address. And you know, Ben and Alicia, his longtime girlfriend, just went through some big changes in their relationship. And coming up, Doctor Doom, and not just Doctor Doom, but Galactus.
Yeah. It's so cool.
And did you notice? I looked for my Fantastic Four shirt today. I could not find it. But I knew we were going to talk about the Thing, so I did wear orange shoes.
There you go.
Don't think I wasn't prepared for this. You know,
You got the Marvel pin.
I
That
did
covers
bring the
all.
Marvel pin too. So you know.
We do have some questions from social. Of course, they want to know things about the Fantastic Four and the fam. Will you guys be reprinting more of the omnibuses? I love Stan and Kirby Volume 3.
Yes, there will be more coming. You know, our trade paperback team, Jeff Youngquist, Jen Grunwald, Kateri Woody, they're doing an amazing job of bringing everything that you want, the stories that we all love, and putting them into collections. And there will be a lot more coming, you know, from our trade paperback department in the months to come.
Over the years, we've had amazing Fantastic Four stories in the pages of What If.
Yep.
And so we're reprinting
Yes,
What If
yes.
again. I'm so excited. Thank you.
Oh, some of that What If stuff is some of my favorites.
So good.
stories.
There's
Yeah.
great Fantastic Four stories in all the volumes.
Yep.
We have more questions. Anything interesting in store for the Invisible Woman? Like, I don't know, like a solo book or something?
Stay tuned, True Believers.
Ooh.
There could be some stuff coming up for not just Sue, but for some of the other members of the Fantastic Four. You know, Chip Zdarsky did a great job with, you know, with Johnny and Ben before they came back. And now that they are back, we will be focusing a little bit more on some of the individual characters. So keep your eyes peeled
Wink.
on those comic book
Wink.
Love it so much. And then we just have like a lot of big love. It's good to see Marvel's first family back and better than ever. Not even Secret War could stop them forever.
Aw.
And you know what the amazing mind of Dan Slott and you know Sarah Pichelli kicked it off. Now Aaron Cooter has drawn the book. It just looks better than it has in you know I don't even want to compare, but it's one of my favorite runs of all time, and we're just getting started.
I read the next issue that's coming out, Fantastic Four, and I got to a page, and you probably know the page I'm talking about, and I was like I literally felt something inside me,
Yeah.
so I emailed Aaron. I was like, I would like to buy that page from you, and we'll see. It's beautiful comic.
You know, all the Marvel comics are what they are because of the heart of the characters. But, you know, what Dan is injecting into the four, between them, the family dynamic and as individuals. And, you know, when it comes to the Thing, he's really the heart of that team to begin with.
Yeah.
And, you know, now that he's in that different place in his life and where that relationship is going to take him in relationship with the team and the adventures they go on and some of the things that you're talking about is it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that we talk about all the time, and sometimes I forget, not everybody knows as much about Marvel as maybe some of us folks who are here every day. We talk a lot about the history of Yancey Street, or we just kind of toss around that word. Would you mind talking a little bit about why the Fantastic Four moving to Yancey Street is actually kind of a big deal?
You know, Ben Grimm, the Thing, is originally from Yancey Street before he became the
Right.
Thing, and it's a rough and tumble neighborhood modeled after the Lower East Side, where you know Stan and Jack grew up back in the day. And it's always been one of those places that Ben never liked going back to. Not just because he had bad memories of getting beat up, because it was somewhere where they're still defined of the Fantastic Four. You know, the world loves and respects him, but the people who live on Yancey Street, the people who are his age now and their offspring, still treat him with the disregard that they had when he was a kid. So him actually buying a place and moving back into the neighborhood where he grew up, and you know, kind of defying the face of the residents in that area, is really what makes the move to Yancey Street so special, and adds another dimension to the relationship that he has with Yancey Street and with New York City.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's adorable.
And we've been calling the Thing, when he does his special move, he can, it's called clobbering time.
Yep.
He wraps them up in the ground like a burrito. We've been calling it the Yancey Street burrito.
Oh, perfect.
Right?
So, like, just if Dan Slott wants to put a little burrito place on Yancey Street,
Yeah, all right.
maybe we can find some extra synergies. You
Yeah.
know.
The
That's
Yancey
just a
Street
pitch from
burrito-
us
Yeah.
Burritoville.
for 2020.
2020. Yeah. It's been so much fun. CB, can you give us one more teaser for Fantastic Four this year before we let you go?
All right. What is one of the questions that fans always ask about the Marvel Universe?
How many teeth does Galactus have?
Close.
That's a question I ask, sorry.
Can I live there?
That's a good one, too. Who is stronger, the Thing or...
The Hulk.
The Hulk.
Possibly we might be answering that question sometime in 2019.
Ooh, you canon nerds get excited.
Oh my goodness! We're about to let you go, but I also want to say there were kittens introduced into this volume of
They will
Fantastic
be.
Four.
Mhm.
You and I, we're
We're big cat people.
fans.
Mhm.
Will we see more of those kittens?
Yes, the cats are here to stay, and they play an adorable role in many of the stories coming up.
Oh, that I can't think of a better place to thank you and say I'm so excited for everything the Fantastic
The
Family will be doing. I'm like so
Kitten
tickled right
cuteness
now.
has destroyed Lorraine. She's
It's
broken.
ruined.
Great job.
See, the
Thank
team up I want is that if and when the Inhumans recover themselves and come back to Earth at some point, Lockheed kittens.
Oh, Done.
Oh my goodness.
We have a lot of phone calls to make after
Yeah.
this.
Ring, ring.
We also want to thank you guys, the viewers. There's a lot more to come, so make sure that you're using the hashtag Fantastic4Week to send us comments, questions, and more. We've been hearing a lot from you guys since the live stream started, so here are a couple more that stood out to us here. All right. I'm totally excited for the Thing and the rest of the Fantastic Four family to join the contest. I hope Nova was once a part of Fantastic Four. I want him in there too, hee hee.
Aww.
Good
That'd be
job.
cool. I'd be into that.
Yeah, I would love that. That would be super nice. Come on down.
Come on down. You're the next contestant in the Fantastic Four.
All right.
But now, back in the chair, we've got Tim
I
Hernandez.
heard all this talk about burritos. You can't keep me away from burritos.
Did you bring those burritos?
Oh.
You monster. He leads
You
all.
Yancey Street hooligan.
Tim leads all the mobile game work we do here at Marvel. Tim, thanks for coming back.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see this face off. Are we gonna do it, Josh?
I don't
versus
know.
Tim?
Let's
Can
see.
we do it? No. Okay.
They're saying no.
They're saying no, so we're gonna keep on keeping on.
Well, Josh is doing a pretty awesome job there.
Yeah, maybe Tim give him a little chance to play a little bit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Let's see the boss
The boss.
play a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes.
And what other pro tips do you have? Like, what would be a great squad to put the Thing on when you get him in Marvel Contest of Champions?
So one thing I'm noticing here, not to skip your question, I'll get to that, but he does not have masteries assigned. So masteries is, I think, a next level technique that is critical to this game. So when you progress through the story, you unlock the ability to assign masteries to your whole team. So one thing that the Thing would really use well is parry. So when you parry, when you block perfectly, you're able to stun your opponent for a couple of seconds. So with the rock stacks, you're trying to get those blocks in. So if you are parrying on top of that, you're stunning your opponent. You're giving him a couple of seconds to just really wallop. And hold on, I'm trying to.
Oh yeah, he's like, I gotta get it.
I gotta get the burrito. Sorry.
Do it.
Oh, there it is.
He just got lost in the glory of the special.
I did. I'm sorry. All right. Let me get it back.
So good though. It's so good.
it's
It's so
gorgeous.
worthwhile.
Yeah. So as we were talking about before, the Thing is a take. So you got him on your roster. You're in good shape. But I think you want to get some skill opponents because you're going to have to counter a lot of those bleeds, and so you're going to want to have like a Blade. I like Archangel on my squad.
I mean, oof.
Yeah.
Deadly. He's
I
deadly.
was referencing earlier, Corvus Glaive is nasty in this game.
I'm playing Corvus Glaive right now.
So as you can see, you're giving him, yeah.
Not too bad. The great thing about the Thing as well is he can also take hits.
Yeah.
Some characters, one or two or three hits can take you down 50%. The Thing can take that. And I think it's great for, beginning characters as well because you can see how your champion does, how he fares.
Yep.
Okay. It looks like we're both back in action.
think we got
Josh, if
All
you mess this up, no, I'm
Oh.
not.
You know what?
This is on you right now. Let's get you both back. Face off Hawkeye. Let's see if we can get that rundown between the two of you. Who can do it quickest? I want to see that.
It's probably going to be you because you have like 500, 600 attack over me.
This that's what came
look at
into play
Mr.
last
Excuses
time.
over here.
Just saying.
No,
Now you're using the one he was using.
Yeah, I wanted to use the handicap.
Is that the trick to it?
That's that's the Soleil trick.
I'm
all right.
fine with the lower one.
Wow.
The viewers at home know. That
Okay,
36.
viewers at home know you are a
42.
42.
Viewers at home know. Viewers at home know.
Rapscallion.
It all comes to life.
had the
I blame Langston. It was Langston.
You had the higher one last time.
Oh. What can I say? I'm just
Fair enough. Okay.
better. All right,
All right, should we
let's
play?
start.
Wait, we got to play as
Three.
the same person or no?
Are you healed up and ready?
Let me go back
what-
to. Let me go to the. Let me make it easy for both of us.
Yeah, make
I'll
it
go make
easy.
Fight Hawkeye.
Let's get on an even keel because I know people out there they just want to see more Thing in action.
yeah.
Because it's going to take a little while for people to get their hands on the Thing.
Yeah, he comes out on Thursday, so not
Yeah.
too long.
Not too long.
But a little bit of a wait. But in the meantime, you can do the Trials of the Alchemist, the daily quest, and then you can start on the event quest tomorrow.
All right,
And
you want to
then-
count us down?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's kind of down. 3, 2, 1, go. It's close.
Viewers at home, you know.
And I think they're reversed. Who's on who's?
Oh, wow.
We'll find out.
Bam. Hit him.
All right, so when you get to 15 rock stacks, is that right? That's when you are super tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
15 rock stacks, you want to use your special. If you want to even wait to 20, then you can't even stop your special ones at 2.
Then you're invincible.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Oh man, Tim, you're gonna have me easy.
Oh boy.
Oh,
No.
Oh.
but
He just took away a couple.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
I'm getting wrapped up in this match, trying to watch both screens at the same time. But we're going to need to get some more tips
Yeah.
really soon. Tim, what else do you got for us? Give us more of those terrific tips.
Yes, ask him questions.
We
So
see Josh's
you're gonna
theory.
want to keep an eye out for the other Fantastic Four members, because when those get released, we're talking about massive synergies.
It's all right. I mean, you got a good one. You got a good champion.
So we're not just
Tim, you won?
Yeah.
Finally!
What's going on here?
It was all-
The Masters. You were talking about good
It's all nice.
synergies and the Masters.
Yeah, synergies. So we're not just looking at it as one character, right? I mentioned earlier it's a year-long event. So we've the team of Command has planned out how they're going to roll out the rest of the Fantastic Four, and they're putting a lot of thought into how they play together as a group, how you set up that roster of that team, and how they play off of each other and really bring out the best, as the family does in the comics and in all the stories of Fantastic Four. It's about that family bond. Same thing applies into the game.
That's pretty awesome.
Looking forward to it.
Of the 140 characters in the game, who's the most difficult character to acquire? Is there a
The beginning Ultimus was definitely. When it first came out, I feel like Ultimus was so hard for me to get.
Oh yeah, really difficult, John.
Oh, all right. Now he's talking. I'm not. I don't have the cheat codes like Tim does.
No, no cheat codes allowed. It's all above board. around
Believe
here.
me, I've asked for cheat codes. They say no.
We can't
They
do it.
say no.
I mean, it just comes down to how dedicated you are. You can pretty much get any character in the game if you set your mind to it. They're available through arenas. They're available through standard unlocks. So I would say it's just a matter of luck in some ways. But if you just buckle down and you really focus and you want to make sure that you're scoring in the top of those tournaments and those arenas, you have a good chance of getting those characters. There's no one that's head and shoulders above the others.
You get to test the game a lot. You get to play the game a lot ahead of time. But on your personal, who's the you said you'd like playing with Archangel, but is he the character like you most like? This is my.
Yeah, for a while it was Moon Knight, just because I love Moon Knight. Shout out to Becca McIntosh, our director of operations. She loves that character. I just loved his abilities. They were actually attuned to the lunar cycle at one time.
Like our lunar cycle?
Yes, like the actual lunar cycle. So
That's
full moon,
wild.
he had different abilities, which
Whoa.
that was appealing for me. But he's not the greatest champion. That's why I've shifted over to.
You hear that, Becca?
Archangel.
He said he's not the greatest.
Yeah, no shade on Moon Knight.
Stark, Spidey, and Archangel.
Yeah, Stark, Spidey,
Those are the two.
and Archangel, and Corvus Glaive.
Corvus
He
Glaive.
keeps coming up a lot. Who else is on top of that list?
Yeah, I
Gwenpool
as you release a
Gwenpool,
character-
yeah, it's all the bleed characters.
Yeah,
really,
yeah, all the bleed
that
characters,
bleed
yeah.
ability is
Yeah.
it gives
I
you
know.
a
You
reasonable.
got to find someone with a good healing ability. If you take
Wolverine has a huge, X-23.
X-23, yeah.
Yeah.
We have a couple questions here. Who is your favorite classic Fantastic Four villain? Mine is Doctor Doom.
It's hard to beat Doctor Doom,
There's
but
the only right answer is Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Sorry, Puppet Master.
Ooh.
Sorry, everyone else.
Mole Man, no love for Mole Man.
He's
But if
fine.
it wasn't for the
He's
other master,
fine,
would
Tim.
Ben Grimm be getting married right now?
No.
Get out of here.
Would fate have brought him and Alicia together? Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh my.
We're getting deep here.
And then we had a question here. What is your favorite Fantastic Four comic?
Ooh.
At Bill Roseman, our director of creative recommendation, I just picked up issue 232, Back
Okay.
to Basics, and I really enjoyed it. I think that one right now is up there for me. What about you guys?
I mean, This Man, This Monster. Like
That's up there. The classic.
The classic run is full of great stuff. Actually, the
And-
current run is really good.
The current run is great. Yeah.
I actually can't remember if this is in a Hulk run or in the Thing run, but the Thing versus the Hulk is just such a classic now. That's bringing me joy.
Yeah. So many good issues. Now, you guys, starting January 10th, we're going to need all of you to go and download Marvel Contest of Champions and check out the new character of the Thing so that you can play yourself. Just head to the App Store and Google Play Store where you can download the game for free. And remember that you can play the January event quest, This Man, This Monster, starting tomorrow, January 9th, and the daily January quest, The Trials of the Elements.
And of course, please stay tuned here for more from the Fantastic Four World's Greatest Week live stream. We're going to take a short break now, but we will be back in just a few minutes with some gameplay that you will not be able to see anywhere else, but right here on Marvel.
Well,
They're about
they're
to get
gonna
it.
get it. Hold on to your butts, kids.
Music just cut out.
My music is still going.
Oh, there it's back. No echo at this moment, but we also aren't talking on mics, so that tends to be the problem. If there's echo, I'm going to just do this with my hand. Do you hear me? Nope, that's a no. Larissa, will you tell them if we're hearing echo, I'm going to do this?
Yeah, and if I start fiddling with my ear, it's because it's just,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw up.
Or, well, that meant my, yeah, sure. I was doing-
Ooh! Yes! What's up, y'all? Welcome back. It's time to talk about a little game you might be excited about, Marvel Future Fight. And in Marvel Future Fight, victory is so much sweeter when it's won by the Fantastic Four. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ryan Penagos, a.k.a. Agent M.
And I'm Lorraine Sink. Hey, y'all.
And you were just watching me totally dominate with my #1 team, Marvel's first family, the Fantastic Four.
Yes, we are hanging out live streaming this signal into your eye holes because we are kicking off a really amazing week. We're celebrating the history and legacy of Marvel's first family and releasing some very exciting things to come every day between now and January 16th.
Right now, we're all about Marvel Future Fight and the brand new update that just landed on your mobile devices today. All core members of the FF now playable on your roster. That's so cool.
Yeah, plus we get to see Doctor Doom and the brand new character created in Marvel Future Fight, Victorious. Let's take a look at the characters now.
Lorraine, they look so good.
So good. And those abilities,
Oh,
I'm ready for them.
yeah, I'm so excited for all of you to get your hands on the Fantastic Four. But we've been lucky enough to have this update for a little bit longer than most, which means we've got some great info that we're going to share with you. You cannot get anywhere else.
Correct. Today we are breaking down the new playable characters, their skills, their attributes, and much more. Oh, and tell us what you're loving about the update. Tweet us with the hashtag Fantastic4Week or post a comment wherever you're watching this live stream. Comments, questions, suggestions. We're here talking all things Marvel Future Fight, and there's really no better time to talk about it because that's what we're doing.
Yeah, let's not just talk about the game, though. Let's play it, and who better to kick that off than Marvel Games' own Tim Hernandez, who leads all Marvel mobile games that we work on and we do here at Marvel, and our very own Earth's Mightiest Show co-host and fantastic, super duper big fan of Marvel Future Fight, Langston Belton.
Yeah.
He's
Hey,
already
guys.
playing. He's
Oh,
been
yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah, I can't even put it down.
Also, here's some water.
Thanks.
Have some. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it
here
is
for you.
happening.
I support you.
Yeah, it's very dry.
All right, gentlemen, let's talk about this game. Langston,
Yeah.
you haven't played Future Fight as much. Like, you haven't gotten to get into this.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to play with these amazing Fantastic Four. It's tough. I'm trying to put my team together. Yeah.
So you assemble your team. Tim, why don't you tell us, for any of us at home or these guys that are just like, what's Marvel Future Fight? What kind of game is it? How does it work?
Marvel Future Fight is an action RPG. It has over 170 Marvel characters, 176 as of today.
Whoa.
Over that, yeah. And Langston has taken Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, and the Thing into battle. So as you can see, amazing abilities, unleashing Mr. Fantastic's attack there. He's using his elasticity to do an aerial effect attack, just whacking a ton of enemies at once.
The wild thing is, like, we're looking at it on a screen,
Yeah.
and it's a
Right.
mobile game, but it looks like a console game.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
beautiful visuals, the time and effort that the Marvel team put into making the animations, and just getting the authenticity of the characters right is a testament to the team there. And you're seeing it on that screen. It's just beautiful.
And how do players level up their characters so that they're using as powerful as the ones that Langston are using now?
So how they're going to do that is through an epic quest that's launching tonight or today, and that is dedicated to the Fantastic Four. So it's an original storyline where you're taking Mr. Fantastic. So you start off with Mr. Fantastic. So you get him right away. You don't have to do anything. You just click enter and you got him.
That's just one.
Just one.
You got 25% of
Yeah.
the FX.
But, as you work your way through the epic quest, you'll start to unlock biometrics, which is a resource to get other characters. You'll level Mr. Fantastic up. He can go up to tier 3, which is the highest tier of any character in the game, which will unlock an ultimate skill, which we'll show you a little bit later on.
Ooh.
Pretty awesome. And through that process of completing all the epic quests, you'll be able to unlock the rest of the team. You'll be able to get Dr. Doom and Victorious as well. So the epic quest is what you're going to want to start digging into today.
Tell us a little bit about Victorious. Kind of from your perspective. We just had C.B. Cebulski, who is the Marvel Comics editor-in-chief, but from you guys who are working on these games and putting these characters in the game, tell us a little bit about Victorious.
It's really special that we get to work so closely with our editorial team and with the talent behind all of our comic series to introduce a character like Victorious at the same time she's being introduced in the comics. So she's going to appear in Fantastic Four #6, which I think comes out next week.
Yeah, I've already read it. It's really great.
So we're collaborating with them, trying to come up with designs that are accurate to the designs that are still being worked on for a new character. So we're shooting notes back and forth with Tom and Alana and their team, like, what color are Victorious's eyes? Have we decided that yet? And they're like, yeah, what do you guys think? And we're batting ideas back and forth. And it really shows how much trust and faith we give into our game partners to really take new characters, embrace them, and do them right. And also on their part to entrust in us as Marvel to make sure that we're making these cool characters and they're going to be awesome and going to be well received in the game. So I think Victorious is a great example of how we're working very closely with the synergy across our team, but also with other teams that are making these games to just introduce constant new characters and content.
I just want to, Ben is going up against Black Panther.
Things have gotten out of control.
He's just running around. Langston, come on.
I'm trying to get a good beat.
Fight that.
I'm kind of trying to. I almost want to be like, hey, T'Challa, give it a break. I'm sorry, I came in your house.
So the
I'm
thing is,
just gonna run around.
he's a defensive powerhouse, so he can take a lot of damage. But at some point, you do have to hit back.
I'm trying. There's so many people.
Why don't you swap into Mr. Fantastic?
He's on his last legs. Here we go.
Oh, no, okay.
Here we go.
Then how about Invisible?
I like that even better.
So she's a very balanced character. She has a lot of invisibility barriers, which she can shoot from range at opponents, but she also brings a passive defense to the rest of the team. So you got a good mix of defense, well balanced, and Mr. Fantastic he's going to crush it if you had more power.
Well, and I think that's a sort of a perfect question for each of the Fantastic Four. What are sort of their main abilities that people should be looking for?
So again, Mr. Fantastic. Combat, he's going to have the most damage, the most attack abilities. Invisible Woman, she's more balanced, so gives you kind of a well-rounded approach. Thing, super defensive, he's the tank, but doesn't have a lot of heavy attacks. He does if you wait for the right moment, but he's more about taking that damage for the rest of the team. Human Torch, though, he is lightning fast, and he's got range attacks. So Mr. Fantastic and Human Torch, if you just want to go in and get nasty, those are the two that you're gonna want to focus on.
That's the new tagline for the game. Go in and get nasty, comma, the Fantastic Four.
Well, and there's a not nice team going on also.
There is.
Ooh, yeah.
Some
Yes.
elements
Little
on
double
the
trouble.
other side.
So it's not just the Fantastic Four, but you got to bring their arch nemesis Doom into the game if you're going to do it right. So Dr. Doom is a good balance of magic and science. So he's got his mystical attacks, range, but then he's just like, you know what? I'm a genius too. So let me drop some missiles on you. And so he'll just devastate the battlefield with a barrage of missiles. He'll even launch a giant missile into the sky and bring it down. But he's Dr. Doom. That's what he does.
That's how we do.
And with Victorious, that combo is really dangerous. So if you're gonna want to play with both of those if you assign them to your team, and then you have an extra slot for filler to work in wherever you want. Maybe you want to bring in the Thing for defense, or if you just want to go to town.
I mean, if you've got Doom, you've got Victorious, you probably want to put another great villain on there. There's so many characters in this game.
Yeah, over 170. I mean, it's insane. I'm going to bring in Strife. So
Yeah, my boy.
So,
Stab his eyes.
lot of debate among the Future Fight community, but Strife is up there in terms of the
I
most
love
powerful
him.
character.
I love him so much.
But you said villain. I mean, why not mix it up? Why not bring hero and villain
No,
together?
no. Now that you've given me Strife, my team is now Doctor Doom, MODOK, and Strife. This is like my base, just the best possible.
Oh, that's going to cause some damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love them.
Good.
Are you pulling up? Some...
I'm pulling up
Ooh.
some questions
Go.
from the interwebs.
Look at that team. There we go. Let me change that team. So where would I go?
Oh, okay. We're gonna get some team guidance for
Yeah,
Yes,
a
I
little
need
bit of guidance is always super helpful for a noob like Langston.
Ooh.
True story. I barely made it out with my life taking on Black Panther, which is stressful to say the least.
Yeah, so this is a full squad.
Yeah,
at
look at
this.
all those characters. So this is unlocked, Langston. You've been working.
I know.
Yeah, there we go.
Working very hard at this.
We actually have a question from the internet, and I think this is kind of a relevant time to ask. What about new uniforms?
Ah, new uniforms.
Yeah. Well, we're
Absolutely, please take them.
Yeah,
Looking
you
at
know,
some
I don't mean to
slacks and
disrupt.
things.
No,
You're
no,
having a
absolutely
great
not.
time.
I want to see uniforms.
Yeah, so we do have some hot new uniforms.
Ooh, some hot new uniforms.
Some hot-
Like
Let's see.
hot.
hot out for Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
sachet.
yeah, there's the classic Fantastic Four members, but that roster is pretty deep. It's
Yeah.
not all about. Oh, it's
Oh.
She-Hulk
Yeah.
in her new uniform.
I like that.
So we're giving her a new look with the bright shiny 4 on her chest, as well as Crystal. So they have
Love
that's
it.
awesome
Great.
too. So yeah, you can have 6 members of the Fantastic Four, the deep reserves with new uniforms, and they also get some boosts to their abilities when you get these uniforms unlocked in game.
Do they? And then they have probably synergies with the other members of the FF. That's so cool.
They look so good too. This game looks incredible. Like all the small details on everything. Like the Fantastic Four's uniforms. You can see like the seams. Like
Yeah.
so I love this the belt for.
Yeah,
I
you
like
gotta get it in there.
changing it up a little bit.
It is all about the accuracy. And
Yeah.
so I mean, we're pouring over reference. We're consulting with the editorial team just to make sure that it looks accurate and that we're doing a service to.
Tim, you got your hands on the device right
Yeah.
now. No.
Okay, okay.
Let's see you take on that level with the same squad, maybe, or you know, I think you put in Johnny, which is a good touch.
Yeah. Let's mix it up a
see
little
what
bit.
You can do with these 3,
And also, a great question has just come in, so I gotta ask it.
please.
So many awesome Fantastic Four characters in Marvel Future Fight. How can they beat Doctor Doom?
Ooh.
I mean, Doom is the greatest.
It's a
I mean-
tough order. But I mean, come on! I told you guys how awesome these abilities are. How you can go in lightning fast with Johnny Storm here, give Doom a hard time, and then go in with Mr. Fantastic right after and just wallop him.
Sure.
So look at I'm gonna bring his look at that attack.
No, I also
Oh
saw
my
some other
gosh.
Fantastic members like jumping in when I was.
Yeah, look at the
attacking.
bodies. Taking them out.
Yeah, I saw other Fantastic members jumping in as I was fighting.
Yeah,
Does that
so you
happen
can do a
to
team
that,
up attack. So I will do that in a second. So oh look at I'm cornered. I'll bring in my buddies and just unleash.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, you see the thing jumping in?
Man.
Yeah,
That is
and that
crazy.
tornado of flame. So these guys are bringing serious business to Future Fight, and
Yeah,
It's much
the,
fun.
the thing about this game is the gameplay is so fast.
So fast, especially, I mean, Johnny Storm is crazy fast. We're getting some social comments. You guys, if you want to interact with us, #Fantastic4Week, or comment wherever you are watching this live stream, and we will take your questions, comments, and thoughts. Flame on, baby. That's my favorite. Thank you.
That was a comment?
Yeah, flame on, baby. There's more to it. Human Torch looks so good in Future Fight. Thank you for bringing my family back. Isn't that nice?
that's
very
so
sweet.
mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that
All
is
right,
great.
sorry, T'Challa.
And it says, wow, all the characters look amazing. Reed looks so good. I can't wait to play with him.
Yeah, and you know we've had so much fun. We've got more people who have been waiting to come in here.
Yes.
Just off camera, they've been chilling, having a good time. So we've sent Langston away. Just a second, we're going to bring in another Marvelite, and you know, pulling in more of these social questions, more things. Do we have anything else that popped
Oh,
off?
yeah, we do. We do. Let's see what we got here. We have here the Incredible and Hot Hulk. I wanted to know if you guys will ever have some character mashups in the game.
Ooh, like so we just had Infinity Wars, and that brought the Infinity Warps.
Yes.
They are characters that were two different characters brought together. That could be really cool, but that story is finished.
That one's finished, but people love the Infinity Warp characters that we did.
They sure did.
Then there's no reason why we can't do more.
Oh!
Those characters live on in comics, so.
Oh, and you
that
might
universe.
notice somebody popped in. Hey, look
Hey,
who's here. It's
Angelique.
Angelique Roche from Marvel's Voices. Hey, Angelique.
Hi, y'all.
Hey!
Hey, how's it
It's finally
going?
my turn to play.
Yes.
And I'm
No, you
hogging the
can't get it
device.
off of
No,
his
it's fine.
hands.
It's fine.
I'm
You
about
know
to.
what? You almost got it. You almost got it. I
We're
believe in
almost
you.
Angelique, how much have you gotten to play this game so far?
How
With the
much
new update.
today?
Today.
A significant amount in which I will not use to clobber up my entire time.
Okay, all right. Noted.
Yeah.
All right.
What's your go-to team when you play?
I'm actually about to do my go-to team.
Let's
yeah,
see.
let's see your top three.
So we're gonna go back. We're gonna go stories. Go to team. All right. So you can help me out a little bit because this is your phone. Where do I find Mr. Fantastic on your phone?
There he is.
Hey.
You
Now-
know,
Look
what would
at
be
that.
cool if we did Mr. Fantastic with Crystal and She-Hulk in their FF outfits.
Their new
Because that
outfits.
way
Let's do
fans
it.
who are at home can see them, see some of the
Right.
boosts and things that are coming together through these new costumes. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, and
There you go.
Okay.
should Reed be the leader? Is
Yes.
the question.
Yes. So his leadership ability is off the charts. So definitely, if you have in mind to make a Fantastic Four team, which of course you should, right? That's
Totally,
why we're here.
right?
You should make him the leader, and then you could supplement with all the different combinations. If you want to have some balance, you know, obviously Invisible Woman. If you about defense, get the Thing. If you just want to just go crazy with it, Human Torch, and then She-Hulk and Crystal. They're no snuff either. You can make a very dangerous team with heavy firepower.
You know the thing about She-Hulk? She's a Hulk. So not bad. I'm
Oh.
just saying.
I might not have wanted to have started.
Was that like a Lorraine pun style pun
so-
there?
I mean-
Just
Shouldn't have started with
I
them.
feel like a someone on a bike.
Nobody wanted it,
Oh,
but it
yeah.
still
Angelique
was
goes
there.
straight to Thanos.
Yeah.
That's just not a good
Okay,
idea.
Angelique's
I
on
don't
it.
care. I'm gonna
She's
This
in
is
there.
not a
she's
good
playing
idea.
it.
Yeah, Angelique
Nope.
just wanted to dive right in. And,
Nope, that's not a good idea, guys.
bad
here we go.
scene, Angelique's fault.
You're
Bad.
You
I'm
you're
holding
getting in
ish.
some knocks.
I'm getting in some, but that's not what happens.
Also, when like the explodey bits come down, you should probably move. Oh,
Thanks.
no.
you
Thanks
got
so-
got.
thank-
Oh, wait.
thanks
That
so
was
much.
quick.
Look,
Look, I'm not the
That's a
one
tough
playing.
one. That is a tough.
Nope. I just shamed myself. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Why don't you
We're gonna go down.
adjust your team to your ideal setting for the moment
Yeah, like
Excuse me for a moment while I.
so that you can play the way that feels right for you.
Thanks, guys.
You made her flustered with that.
You did. You changed everything up on me. You're like,
No.
I was like, She-Hulk. And
She had it.
Those are okay. Cool.
I
She was
was
a sport. She went along with it.
I know.
I was
that
like,
we
I'm
have,
gonna be a team player.
we have so many fans who are watching who are
Yeah.
big fans of Marvel Future Fight, and I know we wanted to show them the new stuff that is there. So we had to do that. But all right.
Here we go.
I have a question for you about the Human Torch. Just watching the gameplay right now, he's like seems really fun and powerful. What kind of team would you put him as the leader of?
He's very fast and his attacks have a lot of damage, but if you catch him, he's toast. So
Right.
I would want to supplement. I would probably go with the Thing and Invisible Woman because her passive gives some defense across the whole team, and then again the Thing is that tank that can just absorb a ton of damage. And then when your opponents are down low in health, you can just come in and bring that tornado flame or whatever you want to wipe out the Thing.
Tornado Flame.
Yeah. So who is she going to be going up against soon? Is it this? It's not the same.
No, this is not the same.
We want to
Chapter
make sure.
6, 7, so it's
Oh.
look at that.
That was. Look at that
I'm much
animation.
better about myself and my
That's
self-esteem.
gorgeous.
Much better.
Tim, that was awesome. Angelique, that was great. Thank you so much. We're going to keep this train rolling, though. We're going to bring in some new guests soon, but I know you'll be coming back, Tim, for a little pro tips section in just a few minutes. Angelique, why don't you hop into a game with Dr. Doom or Victorious after you finish this one?
Perfect.
Because coming up in just a second, we'll be sitting down with Fantastic Four editor Mr. Tom Brevoort to get the inside scoop on the new villain Victorious, who's not only in the game, No, no, no. But also making her first appearance in the Marvel Comics really, really soon.
Ooh, yeah, I can't wait to hear that story. And I can't wait to hear from you guys watching right now. Make sure you guys are interacting with us on social media using the hashtag Fantastic4Week. You can do that on Twitter or in the comment section of the live stream where you're watching this right now. Or you can just leave us some great comments and thoughts and things, and we'll read them right here, right now, whenever we feel like it. Send us a pizza to our house.
Yeah. You know, the Fantastic Four have been around since their first issue in 1961, and Doctor Doom came in pretty early in the series. Fantastic Four issue number 5 to be exact. But in the game, we see an entirely new character created in the Fantastic Four world named Victorious. And I'm super curious about how this character developed and how she was implemented both into the game and into the comics.
Well, lucky for us, go figure, we have Marvel Executive Editor here from Marvel Comics, of course, for the Fantastic Four, Tom Brevoort. Hey, hi.
Hello.
Hey there.
How you doing?
Good.
I feel like you, of all people, may be able to fill us in on this character. Maybe you can give us a little bit on that and a little bit about this variant cover.
Well, the character, Dan, when he started figuring out,
Dan Slott, writer.
Dan Slott, the writer of Fantastic Four, when he started figuring out what we were going to do in the series, came up with this notion of Doom having, not necessarily an underling, but having like a superhero of Latveria. And Victorious is kind of the Captain America, the champion of Latveria. She was a freedom fighter in the war-torn Latveria that Doom had left behind. She's the one that went to Castle Doom to draw him back out into the fray and restore the peace and sort of create tranquility once again in Latveria. And she's now been empowered with this cosmic force to be the prime superhero of that nation.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. And she's, I think, up here kicking butts right now.
No,
we got Dr. Doom.
That's Doom.
That's Doom.
All just bow before Doom. I got sucked into watching the gameplay a second ago and lost complete track of what we were doing here on the stream because he's so cool. Doom is my favorite, one of my favorite characters, easily my favorite villain, but he's also often the hero. I mean, like, he's his own hero.
Well, yes, and particularly the last couple of years since Secret Wars, he's gone on kind of a personal quest of discovery and self-evaluation where he's tried to become more than he was in the past. And that's certainly a theme and a situation that runs through this entire first story with Doom back with the Fantastic Four. He's drawn Galactus to Latveria. With Galactus there, he kind of says, "Don't worry, world. I got it all under control. Nothing to worry about here. Don't come a knocking." And the Fantastic Four immediately go, "We better go knock on the door because that could be bad." But Doom is doing what he's doing for reasons that he believes are good and pure and noble and benevolent, and we'll see how that actually works out in reality.
So then is Victorious similar in that way? Because it seems like she also has sort of a similar, it seems like she has an altruistic vision in theory.
She's definitely a true believer. She's a true believer in Latveria as a place, and she's a true believer in Doom as an actual leader. Like, she's lived in both versions of Latveria. She's lived and grew up as a young kid in the nation under Doom, when the streets were perfectly safe and patrolled by, super powerful robot sentries, and everybody left you alone, and everybody had plenty to eat, and it was a good place. And she was also there after Doom was gone, and it became kind of this contested hot button of a land that different military juntas and opportunists and mercenaries and whatnot would try and come in and take all of whatever was left out of. So she definitely believes in Doom as a strong, righteous, regal figure, and as kind of a self-motivated freedom fighter herself. She's got no problem with taking it to the foes of Latveria and doing her all for God and country. It's just her God is Doom and her country is Latveria.
That checks out.
I'll take it. Sounds good to me. I'm a true believer. Sign me up.
Okay, I have to, because I know you do this, I'm just putting you on the spot. So
Whoa.
get excited. Get excited. Angelique, you may not know this yet. Ryan, you may not know this yet. But I know for a fact that Tom Brevoort can name every Fantastic Four villain, I believe, in order.
I can
This
go
is-
through the issues in order, yeah.
Yeah, this is like your parlor trick. It's amazing.
I can also do random issues. You know, 81 was the Wizard. Fought the Wizard. Crystal joined in 81. Issue 81, not the year 81.
Okay, can we just get like the first 10?
The first 10 are the Mole Man is 1, the Skrulls are 2, the Miracle Man is 3, Submariner, they found him in the Bowery in 4, in issue 5, Doctor Doom came and fought them in issue 6. Doctor Doom and the Submariner teamed up, they threw the Baxter building into space. Number 7, Kurgo, the master of Planet X, the very popular planet that everybody knows about. He fought with them. Number 8 was the Puppet Master and Alicia Masters, now Alicia Grimm. Number 9 was the Submariner when the Fantastic Four went bankrupt and lost all their money in the stock market, the big stock market crash of 1963 that everybody talks about. And they had to go make a movie at the Submariner's world-renowned movie studio to get the money back. And then issue 10 was the return of Doctor Doom, where he switches bodies with Reed Richards, so he runs around as Reed, and Reed is trapped in Doom's body, and the creators Stanley and Jack Kirby both show up in the story.
All right, Angelique, now you go.
And then 11,
She's
of
busy.
course,
What he said.
11, of course, is
That is.
it's the impossible.
Isn't that amazing?
All
That's
children know
amazing.
that.
You
Yeah.
guys, that's how you get to be where Tom gets to be.
Read comics. Literally, read comics. And someday you could potentially do cool stuff like this.
Oh, I don't want to lose track though. Variant cover.
Yes,
We got a variant cover that is
Yeah.
tied to Marvel Future Fight with Fantastic Four.
we have 2 of them,
2.
and I'm not sure which one you're talking about.
Oh. I don't know if we're showing them on the stream, but if we're not showing them on the stream, we'll make sure to show them
But
on
we have,
Marvel.com.
done. What this is we work really closely with our video game partners and the folks that do Future Fight to bring Victorious to life, not just this week in Fantastic Four when FF6 drops, but also into the world of the video gaming platforms at the same time. And so the artists and craftsmen who work on the Future Fight stuff have created their own super cool image. It's going to be a variant cover. It'll be shown to you
Ooh,
There it is,
yeah.
full team plus Doom.
maybe even now. That's an official Future Fight, a piece of visual, drawn from and drawn by the folks that create and design all the super cool visuals that are in the game, the characters, their environments, and so forth.
It's wonderful because our games, they are inspired by our comics. They are sometimes they're pulling visuals in directly, but they are also like if we had a comic artist, like these games have their own looks, their own styles, and so they build these things out. And so the Marvel Future Fight variant cover is very classic Fantastic Four, but at the same time, it's very Marvel Future Fight.
Yeah, it's very much in the style of the art and the interstitials and things that you see throughout the game.
Yeah, and for fans who are seeing that and want to get their hands on it, you'll just have to go to your local comic shop. You can ask them, I would like the Fantastic Four variant that is tied to Marvel Future Fight, please, sir or madam.
Yeah, and also I want to give a shout out to Angelique right now. She's been playing Marvel Future Fight like a champ.
She's doing great.
She's doing great. How's it going for you over there? Can you talk and play at the same time?
I mean, She-Hulk just picked up a car and beat up some folks. So
so not a
Pretty
bad day.
spectacular.
That's a
pretty
good
much,
day.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good over here.
Yeah. And reminder again, so the Fantastic Four characters are coming to Marvel Future Fight. Doctor Doom is coming to Future Fight. Victorious is coming
So
to
it's
Future
kind
Fight.
of a present fight. It's no longer a future fight. They're not coming tomorrow. They're going to be here now.
This is like
Oh
the
no,
two of
time
you.
is bending in on itself.
These puns. I am sandwiched by puns, but thank you so much, Tom. We're going to let you head back to doing the work that you should be doing in just a second. Thank you for stopping by,
My
as
pleasure.
always. And Angelique, you can keep playing. We're gonna keep going.
Yeah. Coming up in just a second, we are going to give you guys some more pro tips for Marvel Future Fight with Marvel Games' own Tim Hernandez. So tell us what you want to know about the game, and we'll shoot those questions over to Tim when he pops in. You can do that by interacting with us all on social media using the hashtag Fantastic4Week. You can do that on Twitter or in the comments section on the live stream, wherever you're watching. Just go get to clicking. And of course, continue continue to follow @Marvel on social, wherever you are. And that's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And, of course, hop on over to Marvel.com for all of the latest Marvel news. And let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of Fantastic Four going on.
Yes, it is fantastabulous. All right, it's just about time for our Pro Tips segment of the show. And we've got Marvel Games Executive Director of Production, Tim Hernandez, back with us on the
again.
program.
Thanks for having me back.
Along with Angelique Roche, who's making some real great headway in this game.
Y'all are the best cheerleaders ever.
You can do it.
You're
We
doing
believe
great.
in you.
You're doing great.
Tim, there's a ton to do with the
There's so much
addition
happening
of.
right
He's just ignoring. He's just like,
No,
I know
I'm
Tim,
listening.
Tim is back.
I mean, do you
and
know
he's
how
only here
multitasking
to-
this game
So many
is?
games.
There's a ton to do with the addition of the Fantastic Four and the Marvel Future Fight. What do you recommend people do first when they get this update?
I think first things first is tackle the Epic Quest. That is going to help you get Mr. Fantastic, obviously added to your roster, but it also works you through all the various modes of the game. So it's going to have you do daily quests, it's going to have you do research, it's going to have you go through some story missions. So it's a great crash course into the game. And along the way, you're getting biometrics for characters, you're unlocking other characters, and you have the ability to get Doctor Doom and Invisible Woman from there as well. So that's the great place to start if you're just downloading it. Or if you've been playing it for years, the game's been out for 4 years, you could still get a brand new story and a bunch of new characters by going through that Epic Quest.
Yeah.
Love it. We have so many things coming in.
Great.
Of course, someone said, yes, She-Hulk, new costume. I am happy.
I am so
Just-
glad you are happy.
All caps, like so many caps.
I get it.
Also, a question. Can we please have Peter Parker's Fantastic Four costume next?
Oh.
That's a good ask.
And will
This
more
is opening up a
characters-
door of like requests, though. Like,
We'll be careful.
Yeah.
But will we potentially see more Fantastic Four costumes potentially out in the world?
Absolutely. This isn't a one-time deal. As we've seen 170 characters, constantly adding new elements to the roster, we can probably find a way to work it in. No promises, but yeah, we'll definitely take that back to the team at Netmarble and see if they're interested. But I think that's a good ask.
yeah.
That's a good suggestion.
Tim, you were looking at Angelique playing. What do you notice about her playing style aside from her getting beaten and having to continue?
Yes.
Oh, don't give her a complex. No, she's doing well. I think Mr. Fantastic has some really powerful abilities
Yes.
and skills in this game. So if you switch over to him, his tier 3 is locked right now. But even if you call in the rest of the team with that button there.
Woo!
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, look
Look
at
at
those
that
arms.
chaos.
That chaos was beautiful.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
They're like wet noodles. They're so strong.
But like danger noodles for
Yeah.
sure.
Thick,
Yeah. And
dangerous
he
noodles.
also deflects attacks with his elasticity. So, yeah, just a very, very powerful character. I mentioned he's
And-
tier 3, so he's
Oh, yeah.
up there in terms of the.
And then someone asked, what is tier 3 of Mr. Fantastic? So there you go.
Yeah, it's locked here, but I'd love to show it to you. Well, maybe we'll be able to pull it up.
Yeah, we would love that. Once
Yeah.
Angelique beats this,
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
getting close on time, but we're going to try and show you that so you can answer that one. What's the most common pitfall you see when people struggle with the game?
Because it's such a deep game, there's 19 different modes. I think sometimes people feel a little daunted when they first start. That's why I was suggesting the Epic Quest. But another thing to focus on is just building out a strong roster of a small amount of characters. You really want to get 3 to 5 really upgraded to unlock and get into those tiers and get those mastered and awakened. So you just get more comfortable. You figure out what their skills are and how your play pattern works. Another thing is team bonuses is a very it's not that complicated. There's a great interface where it tells you which characters mesh well synergy-wise with
Good.
others. So the more synergy and team bonus you can get early on, the better, and you build your roster around that, and you'll be in good shape.
Cool. Well,
Very
Tim, Angelique, that's about all the time we have. I want to thank you both so much for being here, and thank you so much to all of our wonderful guests we've had so far. If you want to play the iconic Fantastic Four heroes as well as Doctor Doom and Victorious, you've got to go and download Marvel Future Fight right now for free in the App Store and Google Play.
Also, I'm cheating for a second. I have to give someone a shout out. I thought this was about the Fantastic Four, not the pun-isher.
Oh, real good.
You're my best friend. That's it.
You've derailed
that's
this whole
all.
life.
Okay.
Just think about
Anyways.
what you've done.
You guys stay tuned for more from our Fantastic Four World's Greatest Week live stream. We're going to take a short break right now, but we are going to be right back. So come on back. Can they move? And that was a quick look at the hardest Doom raid map in Marvel's Strike Force out today. The same one we'll be tackling here today live. Welcome everyone, I'm Lorraine Sink.
And I'm Ryan Penagos, aka Agent M.
And we are in the final stretch of what has been an awesome kickoff to our week-long event, Fantastic Four, World's Greatest Week. From now until January 16th, we are going to be celebrating all things Fantastic Four, including the fact that the Fantastic Four are coming to your favorite Marvel video games.
Yeah, and right now we are taking all things Fantastic Four on Marvel Strike Force. And we got a lot to talk about.
Oh boy, yes we do. So, to do that, we'll be bringing in some of our favorite Marvel friends to join us, including Marvel Executive Editor and Resident FF Expert, Tom Brevoort, Executive Director of Marvel Games, Tim Hernandez, a little bit later, and our resident gamers and hosts of Marvel's Let's Play, Nori Davis, who's here with us now, and Josh Saleh a little bit later.
And they're going to break down everything you need to know about Fantastic Four in Marvel Strike Force and play through the most difficult raid in the game. This is going to be a long play, Lorraine, but I feel confident it will be nothing but success.
Success. I look forward to that, and I look forward to hearing from you, all you fans at home. Help us pick out our squads live. Send us your picks and your questions about the Fantastic Four in Marvel Strike Force with the hashtag #FantasticFourWeek. Do that on Twitter or in the comments section where you're watching this video right now.
Yeah. So we're getting this Doom raid started. We're going to introduce these first guests of ours, Marvel Executive Editor Tom Brevoort and host of Marvel Let's Play, Nori Davis. Nori, this raid was just released to players. But you've already been playing this before. You've been here. You've been coming to Marvel headquarters. How far did you get the first time?
Man, not even 10%. Not even 10%. I need to buy an iPhone, get this game, get my grandmother playing, get my grandfather playing. Be like, come help me on this map.
Yeah, get a bigger alliance.
Please,
Build
bigger
up your
alliance. I
squad.
need more friends. You got friends, get all your friends to play this to help you on this life. But it's really good. It's very challenging and it's engaging, man. So I'm just engaged the whole time right now.
Yeah. While you're kicking off these early rounds of the raid, we're going to be over here picking Tom's brain about all kinds of things about Marvel's first family and their long and complicated history with Doctor Doom, who just made his re-entrance into the current comic run.
This is true.
Yeah, it's pretty great. We saw it's been a couple, like we saw in issue number 1 this wonderful scene of him coming back to Latveria, getting rallied, and then we've now just seen him really come back. What's been going on?
With the Fantastic Four gone, and with Doom at the end of Brian Bendis's Iron Man run, having become scarred again, he sort of withdrew back to Castle Doom to lick his wounds, and nobody was quite sure what would come back out of that castle again when the doors opened again. He was trying to walk a more heroic path. Would he be hero or villain? And we're not still quite sure where he stands. He showed up at the end of the most recent issue of Fantastic Four, number 5, the big wedding of the Thing and Alicia, and sent this enormous projection around the world, big, huge Aaron Cooter, Dr. Doom face, saying that, letting the world know that Galactus had landed in Latveria, but don't worry, he's not going to eat the planet. Doom is going to take care of it. And the Fantastic Four were a little dubious about this, the notion of letting Doom take care of it. So they hightailed it towards Latveria, and that is where we picked them up in issue 6, dropping this week.
Ooh, it's so good. That issue makes me so happy. 66.
Nice.
I think that it's such a great foil to the Fantastic Four team. I think Doom, everybody is like, oh, Doom, he's like the villain you think of when you think of the Fantastic Four for many, many folks. What do you think makes him such an excellent foil for them?
Well, he's really the preeminent Marvel Comics villain. There have been great villains that have been introduced in the various Marvel books over the years, but he's really the quintessential Marvel villain. He's a complex character. He's got a backstory where if things had gone just a hair differently, He could have been a hero. He could have been a good guy. But ultimately, it's his own sort of tragic flaw, his own ego and sense of perfectionism, kind of trips him up and kind of sends him down these sorts of darker paths. The way that Jack Kirby and Stan Lee used to describe him is that he was a good-looking guy who got like a little scratch on his face, but because he was a perfectionist, he couldn't stand it. He couldn't stand looking at himself in the mirror, and he seals himself off in this armor. And now he kind of needs to make everyone around him scarred like he is, so that once again he'll be at the top of the pack again.
I'm waiting for that Dr. Doom moment for me too. This is just, it's a fragile ecosystem.
Someone's going to shave part of your mustache.
And then you're all going to be in trouble. One of the things that, we have an episode of This Week in Marvel coming up with me and Dan Slott talking about the glory that is Dr. Doom. And one thing I talked to Dan about, I pleaded to him, and I'm going to plead to you as the editor of the book, is to bring back Dr. Doom's pet tiger.
In FF5, he had a tiger.
He had a tiger sitting next to him. He also had a vulture. Well, I will take this.
Sadly, he had him at the end of that issue. That castle, it catches fire and burns to the ground.
How dare you?
Despite the fact that it's made of stone. Somehow it does this because it did it in that story. I kind of suspect the tiger didn't get out.
No, I refuse this.
How about a ghost tiger?
Ooh.
I'm just throwing it out there.
It also might have been able to use Dr. Doom's time machine to escape. So it could be a time tiger now.
Time tiger! This is the greatest thing in the world.
I am getting a T-shirt made ASAP. That's amazing. Also, I have to say, there's some cool collaboration between Marvel Strike Force and Marvel Comics. There will be variant goodness.
Yes. The folks that work visually, like the visual designers and conceptualizers and artists who work on Strike Force, produced a special special variant cover that we're going to have on Fantastic Four #6 that I suppose we are showing
right there.
even as we speak. It's very much again in the spirit and in the style of all of the various interstitial art and things that have been done for the game by these game designers. It's a super nice, sophisticated, computer feeling, CGI feeling kind of a piece, summing up Doom and his place in the Strike Force world, and it's super cool.
And then behind him is Ultimus, right? The big bad.
He's the big villain in Strike Force.
Marvel Strike Force. And in the comics, just being honest, Ultimus was not a huge character. It's been really interesting to see how much that the team at Marvel Games has done to make Ultimus really cool in this game world.
He came from a series of Marvel team-up comics that I edited a million years ago that Robert Kirkman, the creator of Walking Dead, wrote. So Kirkman was actually the person who came up with Ultimus back
That's
in the
so
day.
cool.
So
he's got such an interesting history.
Your
seeing
trivia moment.
Coming, I can't stump you. I will never try.
No, it's impossible. Why bother?
No.
We do have some comments coming in. One in particular that I like. I'm so happy that Marvel is bringing back the Fantastic Four. They are some of the strangest heroes ever printed on paper. I'm taking that from Doom Tiger. But they're some of the greatest characters to ever be written. I can't wait to see where they go from here.
Excellent.
I just had a thought. The Latveria needs sports teams, right? What if one of them were the Time Tigers?
The Time Tigers.
The Latvian Time Tigers, and you had outfits made for them.
They would also show up to the game 1 hour early and win it before the other team even
this
showed
guy,
up.
he knows what he's talking about.
That
oh my
is
gosh,
so good.
I really want to see more of this Time Tiger. It makes me real happy.
I know. I feel like you have such a wealth of knowledge. I'm like, what can we? I just want to try to stump Tom now. I know it's a bad idea.
Well, no.
Or it's a very very good idea if it's the right day or the right hour.
So here's something we've been talking about. From time to time, other Marvel characters jump into the Fantastic Four. Maybe one of them has a sick day.
Right.
Who was the first person to swap out of the original lineup? Do you know?
The first person really to swap out of the original lineup was Sue when she was pregnant with Franklin.
Right.
And she was replaced by Crystal, who was then dating Johnny as the Human Torch, Crystal the Inhuman.
Yes, yes.
Yeah?
And yeah, of course, obviously.
Fantastic
There's-
481. They
I don't know why I bother.
What
You
happened in
guys, that's it.
92?
FF92?
Yes.
That was the issue that the thing, one of the issues, the third of 4, in which the thing had been abducted by the Skrulls and taken to a 1920s style gangster planet to fight in the arena against Torgo.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tom, that was
Right.
incredible. Thank you so much for joining us here.
Thanks for having me. Enjoy the rest of World's Greatest Week.
Oh, thank you. We're going to let you go work in just a moment, but we're also going to give a big thank you to everyone who is watching and interacting with us. We have a lot of ground left on this Doom Raid.
Nori's doing great. I'm going
Nori's
to give it
doing
to
the
Nori,
Lord's
though.
work.
He's doing great.
Keep telling us who you want to see pop onto our squad and send us questions and comments. You can do that with the hashtag Fantastic4Week. Do that on Twitter in the comments section where you're watching this live stream. And of course, make sure to follow @Marvel on all of our social media channels. That's Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I've actually got a few messages from people here coming on in. Let's see what we got here. Words, lots and lots of words. We have here, are we going to see, oh, look at who's back.
Hello.
Tim Hernandez is back, and I think he's the perfect person to maybe answer this question.
Oh, Tim,
Yes.
you got a question coming up.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, now, what's the chance of seeing Franklin and Valeria in the future?
Ah.
In the
Future
of-
of a
in the
foundation.
future of
Future?
one of these games.
Well, you can see them in Fantastic Four #6 coming up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean the
comics,
game.
in comics,
Oh,
yeah.
hey, look at this
In the
guy
game.
dodging.
Love it.
Well, hey, if you guys want to see those characters, let us know. I mean, you mentioned it earlier. Marvel Strike Force is taking characters that might be on the fringe, might be deep cuts in the Marvel Universe, and elevated them, made them awesome, like they did with Ultimus, like they did with Night Nurse, like they're doing with...
All right.
sorry,
Night
sorry.
Nurse is legit. Don't even go down
Sorry.
that road, Tim.
Okay.
I am not going to have it.
Hold it
Okay,
back.
how about Merc
Okay.
Lieutenant? You have an
Fine.
affinity for
Yeah,
Merc
I don't have.
Lieutenant?
I don't
Okay.
care about your Merc Lieutenant.
There you go.
Don't
right?
talk about my
But
Night
he's one of
Nurse like
the most useful, versatile
really is.
characters in the game.
Sure,
So,
definitely.
not anything against Franklin and Valeria, but hey, we are always looking for creative choices and interesting characters to add to the mix.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the mix, how's Nori doing?
He's doing well. This node is pretty hard. And look,
Yeah, they defeat. I ran out of time.
you
That's
held your own though.
I held my own, man. It's
Yeah.
a lot. Cause like there's so many like 6 to 7, 8.
He
eight
kept
characters.
calling
Kept
you.
calling
you
people,
so
and
that's
it's like
Nick Fury.
12.
He keeps calling in more
Keeps
shield
calling.
agents.
He just keeps calling the squad.
Ultimately,
Cuckoo, come through.
this is one of the super long, difficult Doom raids, and these are meant to be played with your alliance. Like Nori's doing good work on his own, but
Yeah.
normally you roll up with your 20 other people to make sure you can work together to take down these nodes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
Tim, why don't you talk us through a little bit how this works in general?
I like that there's also this game, this version, this device is just like maxed out characters. I was looking at it earlier like, oh, he's so pretty. Oh, look at that guy. Oh, I want all of them. It's so good. Oh, this is an interesting squad.
So we choose our squad, and if you guys want to help us choose our squad, send us those tweets and hashtag Fantastic4Week, and maybe we'll
Yeah.
see what we can do in here.
There'll be another node. So yeah, I selected a roster that was pretty well suited for Alliance raids. So
Okay.
that's where Doctor Doom is being introduced into the game. He's pretty fed up with what's going on in our universe. So this Ultimus, this Kree warlords come, and he's taken over tons of dimensions, and then he comes to our dimension, and he's had run of the place. So Strike Force has been fighting, doing their best to hold him off. Thanos has come, Magneto and the Brotherhood have come, but Doom's like, all right, hold my beer. I got to take care of this because you guys are dropping the ball.
It's
So-
more like hold my metal goblet.
hold my metal goblet of need, right? So he's challenging the Strike Force in one of the toughest raids that we've ever done. So the Doctor Doom raids are kicking off today, I think, as you guys mentioned, and just putting the Strike Force to task to show them, okay, if you guys can achieve this, then you may be ready to take on Ultimus because that guy's a scrub. I'm the real deal. I'll show you how it's done because I am the one true ruler of the multiverse. Actually, he says that in dialogue. That's one of my
I mean, naturally, as well he should. We have a social question.
Oh, well, we actually want to ask you guys, tell us what your lineup is. But we do have a social comment right now that I need to share with you personally, Ryan, at Agent M. that tiger needs to come back a time tiger who will join the ranks of Lockheed and Lockjaw in the Pet Avengers.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, people. We need Time Tiger right now. 2020 is the year of Time Tiger.
So Lockjaw's in the game. Ms. Marvel rides in on Lockjaw. So maybe the Time Tiger makes an appearance.
Yeah, Time Tiger just rolls up like a Pet Avengers squad in this game. Would be
That would be unbeatable. That alliance.
You would be
Rain
crushed
would-
by
it would be
cuteness.
so
Any
good.
recommendations?
Yeah, how about Quake?
This is good. So Nori's actually getting hands-on
Yes.
like recommendations from one of the people who works on the game.
That is awesome. Tim, why don't you tell us a little bit like who he should pick and why?
Yeah, so I'm pretty much assigning him the best team for Alliance raids. So the thing with Alliance raids is your health persists across the map. So you want to have a strong healer, which Night Nurse is, to make sure that she's recharging the characters. Then it's nicely balanced. You have the tank and Captain America, the controller, he's managing the team. Black Widow raises everybody's speed, so you're getting more attacks in than your opponents. And then Vision is my favorite character.
Ah,
Oh, so that's
Fast.
just you.
Yeah, but he's awesome in the game.
he is.
And then he went with Groot. That's cool.
Yeah.
Quake is also a great character.
Couldn't find
for
Quake. I'm sorry, man.
That's no problem. Hey, you'll make it work.
All right, I couldn't find Quake.
Groot is good because Groot can like heal. He
Yeah.
can like
So he's
do a lot
he's
of
good on the
safety
heel.
stuff.
So he'll be set for this.
Shout out to Mother Nature.
She loves it.
Loves it.
So, again, what are the alliance modes for maybe a fan who's come in wanting to see some of the other games, staying to see a little bit more about Strike Force?
So Alliance raids are the community social aspect of the game. So you're partnering with 23 of your best buddies and your friends, or just people that you happen to meet in game, and setting off on a map where you guys are working together, you're strategizing, and you're trying to just take down a bunch of different opposing teams, as Nori's doing right here. So the Doom Alliance raid is taking that and putting the difficulty up a notch.
Yeah.
But I was mentioning, Dr. Doom is prepping the team because all of this is building towards Alliance War.
Ooh, finally!
Yes,
Trial
yes,
by
so-
fire.
Yeah, so Alliance War is a feature that has been teased for quite some time. The team at Fox Next Games has been busy working on making it as awesome as everyone expected it to be. So Alliance War is going to be 24 on 24, all-out warfare. Helicarrier versus Helicarrier. You're assigning resources to your Helicarrier for defense, and then you're going in and attacking opposing Helicarriers. So Ultimus is, again, up in the challenge. So Doom is helping everybody get ready for it, because it's going to be all-out madness when Alliance War drops.
Yeah.
So if you don't have anyone, maybe you're like Nori, and you're like, I need more friends to play with me. Where do you make those alliances?
There is a chat in the game. You can just say, "Hey, I want to join an alliance," and within about 2 milliseconds, someone's going to say, "Here's an invite.
Invite.
Join us." So don't worry, you don't have to come with 23 friends
Yeah.
ready to go. You have to get to level 25, so you do have to play a little bit. We want to make sure that players are used to it.
You get a good
familiar with it.
squad.
Get a good squad.
Yeah.
But once you're there at that level, you can find somebody and you're off to the races.
Awesome.
So we don't want to exclude anybody from
Love
playing
it.
that mode.
Nori, I know you've got to run in a couple seconds,
Yes.
but what's been your favorite part of battling in this Doom raid so far?
Oh man, right now it's like strategy. Like I think I'm the Phil Jackson, but I'm really just a high school coach right now.
Basketball. I got that.
Yeah, so I'm trying, but it's really good, man. Really the heroes, the slashers, like Wolverine's one of my favorites, where he just goes in there, slashes one person, he's like, "Oh, you're here. Oh, you're over here too." He just like busting everybody's behind. I love that right there. So that's my favorite part of the game, man. Just like when characters go in there and just like knock each other out. When you just are aimed on one character. That's like a real great feature of the game, man.
Great combos.
Yeah.
Great combos.
The animations and the cameras are the camera angles are fantastic. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at Cap taking down that Kree.
Nori, thank you for joining us. We're going to
you,
continue the Doom raid in just a second,
Right.
and we're going to bring in Josh Soleil. But first, we want to check in with our friends on the social.
Well, let me check.
What are they saying?
Dylan says Dr. Doom looks more scary in this game.
I
What's
mean,
the deal?
more
Why-
scary. I mean, he's an intense dude. He's an intense dude, no matter what.
Yeah. Well, he's not nice.
He might be nice.
Sometimes.
He's nice to the people he wants to be nice to.
No, but I agree. He looks badass in this game. So a
Yes.
lot of the characters in Marvel Strike Force have unique designs. So we've taken reference from comics, from film, from TV, from animation, and taking the elements that we like, but given the team at Fox Next Games the opportunity to put their own spin on the characters. So you'll notice Night Nurse doesn't look anything like she does in the comics or TV. Even Captain America has subtle differences, but with Doom, they went all out.
I like that Josh has used his superpower to transport himself into Nori's seat and just get Nori out of the place.
Well, I'm friends with Time
Tiger?
How dare you, you monster! Like,
You monster.
he is the greatest character find of 2020, and you need to understand his glory.
His glory.
Time Tiger.
It's great.
All right, so Josh, we have some squad requests.
Yes.
Do you think you can oblige?
Absolutely. Let me
Okay.
quit this battle and get in there.
We
who are
have-
you requesting?
They have requested Wolverine,
All right.
Venom,
Great.
Thanos, Doctor Strange, and Storm.
All right.
That's a
Alright.
fun team. That's a fun team.
For alliances, that's good. You know, Storm is gonna stack up for
so you
abilities.
said Storm,
Storm, Wolverine, Thanos, Venom.
Storm, Wolverine, Thanos. I think is on the top.
Also, I just want to say
Yes.
a gentleman named Juan is very concerned about the Human Torch. Who will he end up with? He's dated so many women, but none of them ever stick. When will Johnny find love? This is clearly Johnny's mother pretending to be a gentleman on the internet.
Johnny Storm, you know, like it's a tough road because he likes to date. He's like swiping right. He's swiping left.
what?
He's doing all his things.
Maybe he is just happy being Johnny Storm. He is content with himself. He is an independent man. You know, he doesn't need a relationship.
I think he's kind of codependent. It's tough for him. It's he's not
Okay,
a very
he's-
mature man.
Then how about this? He's working on himself right now.
He's probably working on a car. Anyway,
right.
He's dependent with Spider-Man.
yes. All right, you're rolling up. You've got
All right,
the
we
squad.
got the squad. Squad is in. Doctor Strange, Wolverine, Storm, Thanos, and Venom.
I love that.
Ooh.
Is Venom drooling? Yeah, Venom's just drooling all over the floor.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh wow, he went straight to work.
It's
Right.
all about AoE, area of effect. That's the best thing in my opinion of this game. Is
Hello.
you can attack so many different characters with one
It's
attack.
important.
I am Professor
Strategy is
Solid.
important.
Hello.
I love that you just got teased by Ryan Penagos, the nerdiest man I
know.
know.
Yeah, 100%.
Means I did my research well.
I'm gonna dish it out. Yeah, it's so fun. The area effect stuff is so crucial. Whatever game you're playing.
Yeah, especially in this game, you know, because right now you have 5 opponents, but if you notice up in the upper left, there's going to be 11 opponents coming. So even if you wipe this wave out, you're going to get a bunch of reserves coming in. So you want to make sure you're timing those right for maximum effect.
Yeah, one of the things about Marvel Strike Force is like you're building up charges for some of your attacks, and you want to make sure you use them at the right time. So if you have an attack that attacks a whole bunch of people, but you only have 1 or 2 people left, you may want to think about saving it because you know you're going to have a next squad come in. You don't want to waste that opportunity.
Right, and even like I was mentioning before, the health goes between matches as well. So do charges. So even if you don't get it in, you're building up towards that next round, and then you can just wipe out a board right
Yeah.
from the start. Not this raid because it's really hard, but.
Yeah. Venom just
Josh
got
is doing
got.
well. Yeah.
We're doing great. This
Look
is
at that.
This is a great squad. I
Oh,
gotta
Pyro's
admit.
a fire lion attack.
It would be great if that was a time
Time-
tiger.
time
Just
tiger.
in, you know, I'm just
boy.
throwing that out there.
Oh boy. We're
Hashtag
in
time
it.
tiger.
What did I
Lost
miss?
it. Tweet that to Dan Slott and Tom Brevoort. Say we want to see Time Tiger.
Justice for Time Tiger.
Yep.
Also, we have some questions coming in about Daredevil and Deadpool on a team. What are their strengths?
Daredevil and Deadpool.
One thing that's great about Deadpool is he can attack multiple people at once, just like Wolverine and Spider-Man even. One of his attacks, he can attack up to 3 people in the...
He's also got a great counter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The counter that he has.
Plus, he ignores. He always goes after the opponent with the lowest health on one of his specials. So even if there's a taunt assigned
go
to
through-
somebody,
yeah.
you can go through it.
You can go
so
through the
yeah,
taunt.
like, you think you got me with a taunt? No, you know.
Yeah.
like
And
breaking the fourth wall
Deadpool
shot.
is great. Like he has that one where he like dances over and he like nails somebody like for most of their health. It's a brutal attack.
Yeah. It's,
It's a little OP. A little OP.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Well, I love when Cap salutes the person as they're
Flying
flying
into
through
the
air.
wall.
He's just like, see you later.
Bye. Who's your favorite aside from Vision in the game?
so I've got a crazy tech team with Vision, Rocket, Crossbones, Scarlet Witch, because you got to have Scarlet Witch if you have Vision on your team.
Oh, that's so nice.
I know. Crossbones, Rocket, Crossbones, Scarlet Witch, and Vision. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's my go-to.
Crossbones is a tough one to bring into a raid, though.
Not in a raid.
Yeah, not in a raid, because one of Crossbones' best attacks can take out a whole team, but he also sacrifices much of his own health.
Exactly. So unless you have a strong healer to get some of that health back, but even so, it's a liability on the team. So I don't use that for raids, but that's my go-to roster.
So what about these fantastic folks? What say we about them?
The fantastic folks. So Doom is the first hint that there's more to come in Strike Force. So Doom is queuing up again. He is not a playable character, but he's setting things up for the future, and we look out into the roster of which characters to launch, and I think it'll be a fantastic year for Marvel.
Oh, okay.
You know.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
It's pretty good, and I like having Doom come in first as a story component to be like, hey, you all suck. You have to level up in order to deal with this problem. I'm here. I'm Doom. I'm the best.
Yeah. Do you guys request anybody else to play as while we're in this mode before we choose?
I would like to see Mystique.
Love it.
Mystique's cool. Do we have more of the Brotherhood characters available? Because they're pretty new.
Yeah, so you have Pyro, Sabretooth, Juggernaut. If you can
Juggernaut's great.
Got Sabretooth.
Who else? Who else we got up in? Yeah.
Magneto,
Pyro.
of course.
You want Magneto?
Yeah, Mags. Mags is good. Little Eric Lensher.
We have room for one more.
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at that. Look at all the synergy. So
Don't really have a support character, but it's all right.
you don't need it.
Yeah, well, thank you.
He's got faith in him.
Who do you think would win in a fight between Ultimus and Doom? If they actually had
Doom.
Doom. Yeah.
Doom.
There is only Doom.
There is only.
Literally, there is only Doom. Only thing in my heart is Doom. I've been thinking about getting a Dr. Doom portrait as a tattoo.
Side note, one of my favorite moments in all of comics is during Doom War when Black Panther shows up where Doom is supposed to be and it just says, etched into a wall, checkmate. And that's like the most Doom thing I can think of literally anything. It is the greatest.
It is so good. So we're seeing here a little bit more from Marvel Strike Force going through this Doom raid.
There's Daredevil giving you.
And speaking of which, we have been saying this is a very difficult raid. What do you think in particular makes it hard?
Just the leveling of your opponents. So you definitely want to go in with a strong alliance and try and get as many of your friends together to do it. I mean, if you're trying to go at it all on your own, like Josh and Nori were, it's going to be a bit of a struggle for you. So it's just, again, about finding a strong alliance, building that team that's going to last you from each of the rounds to the next. And some of the teams that we came up with, I think, good, nice, balanced team.
Great advice you've given us, but we're almost out of time here on the live stream. I want to see how this goes. I want to see how far Josh can get. So maybe Josh, stick around a little bit after the show. I want to see you just stay here tonight. But you guys watching, make sure you download Marvel Strike Force and this newest update for free in the App Store and Google Play Store so you can start battling Dr. Doom today.
Yeah, special thanks to Tim, Josh, Nori, and of course the amazing Tom Brevoort for hanging out with us and playing and just listing facts. And remember, it's not just Marvel Strike Force. You can also play Marvel Contest of Champions and the new character of The Thing, now available free in the App Store and the Google Play Store.
Oh, and while you're at it, you can download all of the new Marvel Puzzle Quest Fantastic Four characters now wherever you download the game. Remember, there will be a versus event for all 4 core characters today through January 20th. And take a look at the cool variant cover we have on the stream. It is gorgeous.
What an epic day of Marvel games. That's a lot of Marvel games.
What a way to kick off Fantastic Four World's Greatest Week. You know, it's been fun, it's been cool. I feel like there's something else percolating in my head, but maybe we'll see.
But, you know, the other thing is we have a whole week. Like a whole week of Fantastic Four. So we're just kicking it off. There's going to be more stuff this whole week. You have to go over to Marvel.com, check in every day. There's going to be new stuff every darn day.
And it feels like even longer than a week in some ways. But it's
like
it's so
in some
exciting.
literal ways.
Yeah, in some literal ways. It's great. It makes me happy.
And of course, if you want to play the iconic Fantastic Four heroes, as well as Dr. Doom and Victorious, you know, make sure that you download Marvel Future Fight.
Yeah. Looks like...
It looks like, there we go.
Keep it
there
going.
we go, yeah.
Keep it going.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
You can get Marvel Future Fight also, and it is for free in the App Store and Google Play Store as well.
Yes, and that was a super impressive roundup, guys. But one last piece of very cool news. Something fantastic is coming to Marvel's Spider-Man real
really?
soon. I can't tell you anything more right now because Tim will probably hurt me in...
We'll send the Time Tiger after you.
Oh, that's okay. But you'll want to keep an eye out for this. Trust me, it's going to be amazing and fantastic.
Yeah, and be sure to hang with Marvel through January 16th as we celebrate all things Fantastic Four and all the awesome games that you've seen today here on the live stream. Check out Marvel.com and our social channels for all of the latest and greatest in the world of FF.
I want to give a final thanks to everyone who stopped by to hang out with Lorraine and I today. And thanks to all of you who have been watching online, sending in your questions and your comments, supporting Time Tiger. It's been really, really wonderful. There's so much more to come. So we hope you guys are going to be with us through the full adventure of Fantastic Four World's Greatest Week. This is Marvel.
Your universe.